You were not alone, 'cause he's always been with you. You were not alone, he's right there by your side. You were not alone, for he has a plan for you. You were not alone.
The loss of loved ones, an unplanned event that often leaves families devastated. Worst of which is when the living spouse happens to be the woman and the family of the departed man decides to abuse and neglect the widow and her children. But the Rock of Ages Empowerment Foundation has made it its mandate to quell such grief and anguish and restore hope to the life of widows and orphans.
Somebody here will laugh. Your laugh that time. Women are going to call you name, you're going to do it. It will be your portion.
The Rock of Ages Empowerment Foundation is a non-governmental organization. As an NGO, it is a non-religious, non-tribal, non-ethnic, non-profit-making and non-political organization. In 2009, the foundation was registered with the Corporate Affairs Commission and subsequently with the Nigerian Network of NGOs and Federal Ministry of Women Affairs and Social Development, with the sole purpose of serving widows with respect to financial, educational, emotional and health matters. But all these wouldn't have been possible without the initial efforts of Ignatius NEWMAN Ezigbo, who in 2007 founded the Rock of Ages Empowerment Foundation with a vision of giving hope to the hopeless, creating a place of refuge and succor for the oppressed and deprived, and to economically empower widows.
My name, Brother Ignatius NEWMAN Ezigbo. I am the president and the founder of Rock of Ages Empowerment Foundation. The Rock of Ages Empowerment Foundation is a foundation formed out of passion for the less privileged, especially the widows and the orphans in our society. And this foundation has been in existence for about 4 to 5 years now. By the grace of God, we have reached so many lives and then impacted so many lives. And the mission is not nothing but to give hope and restore hope to widows and orphans in our society. It has been our mission and it has been our dream and it has been our desire. And how it all came about is that it was just something that came to me as a passion when I discovered that among us there were so much people that are less privileged, that are suffering, that are dying in the pains of hunger and abandonment.
You were not alone, 'cause he's always been with you.
With its headquarters located in Gudu district of the Federal Capital Territory of Nigeria, Abuja, the foundation reaches out to widows and orphans nationwide through its branches located in over 5 states of the Federation: Borno State, Plateau State, Kwara State, Kogi State, and Lagos State.
I'm Blessed Naji, coordinating the Widows Foundation in Abuja. We actually started the foundation in 2011. I think around September 2011, that was when we started. We started with like 22 women to be precise. And since 2011 till now, we have over 1,100 registered members. So far, so good. We've been able to empower 600 to 800 of them so far. You know, people keep coming and going. Every quarter, to be precise, we try to empower those of them who have nothing doing. You know, death is something that nobody plans for, and all of a sudden, the breadwinner of the home is taken away, and you discover that the woman is left alone with the children. The husband's family comes around, taking everything that the man has labored while he was alive. He has labored for with his wife, not even minding that part of those assets or property was a joint effort between the man and the wife. And most times when, in the course of mourning, what is paramount in a woman's mind at that mourning period is not about property. It's about how am I going to start? Where will I start? And you discover in that vulnerable state, most husband family members take advantage of that, and go away with most of the things that they will have relied on to start up the new life or the new phase of life that they are now into.
Some of these widows, when their husband died, we discover that some of them are left with nothing to cater for their children. Sometimes when you look at the children roaming along the street, you see some of them going up and down. Some of them moves around without anything at the end of the day. Some of them are open to various vices of the society. Some of them are open to challenges of going around looking for money anyhow, begging and pleading. And some of them becomes victims of circumstances. And in the pain of this, the Lord now instructed me to, and gave me the inspiration and the direction to champion this cause of the widows and orphans. And then by the grace of God, since we have started, the Lord has been very, very faithful and very kind. He has brought people to us and has supported us in this vision and this great dream. And by our own estimate, here in Abuja, the FCT capital, where our office is residing now, we have over 1,400 widows that are registered already in our care. And by the grace of God, every month we meet twice. They meet twice and then gather together to talk together, encourage each other, and build themselves on the spiritual aspect of life. And you know, one thing that gives me joy is that whenever they gather together, it becomes an opportunity for them to fellowship and then rejoice and to thank God that widowhood is not a cause, but it's just a change of phase of life. And then we thank God that since we started, at least we have celebrated International Widows Day, which by the grace of God, the Lord has helped us to reach to some of these widows, financial empowerment. And then we have given them, at least this year we discovered we are looking up on the target and the vision of giving out at least this year. We are targeting, if we are able to meet up to 1,000 people, 1,000 widows, giving them 10,000 naira to begin up a small scale business. It may look so small, but it was from the recent experience of the past year, which we gave about 500 of them that kind of amount of money. We discovered they went into trading with this money, and within some months and a year, some of them returned back with joy, coming to tell us that out of 10,000 they were able to raise up to 100,000. Some were able to raise up to 200 or 150,000. And then we said, okay, since these women can be motivated with a 10,000 naira, with 10,000 naira month of money that can help them to begin and then make their own living and stand on their own. Let us champion the cause of 10,000.
Sister, welcome. Sister, what be your name now? Elizabeth. You are welcome. Where you live?
For Maraba.
Sister, they live for Maraba. How this foundation don't help you?
I thank God for this foundation, and I thank God for my sister that introduced me here. My husband died since 2010. As he dey pray, I just close my eye, they pray. I feel like say them come out something from my body. I can't dey feel joy. So after I tell my sister, say, see what thing happen. He said, thank God. And that day they said that they will give some people 10,000 naira for starting business. By the grace of God, then do me interview. I write my name. Then after that meeting, I came here to meeting. The last meeting, like today, I received the 10,000 naira. So after I received the 10,000 naira, I never start anything. I live with my sister. I just help my sister fry akara. So then my sister said that I will use that money, buy something, start frying akara. In short, I thank God for this foundation because He changed my life. As you see me like this, it's not like this I did last year. So as I started the akara, last year, small. Thank God, everything they move. Even my children, when they know they go to school, some of them now, they are going to school.
When you meet these widows, you just have to see the expression of joy in some of them that have received this help. You see joy and happiness. So many of them dance in celebration. You see some of them celebrating because it was a kind of something that came to them unexpected, and they received this help that has made a lot of impact to them. And when we look at some other group who have not received this help, you see their face down, their morals are down. They are waiting when it will be their own turn. And I know waiting for their own turn, it could be you that the Lord will use to make that smile on the face of that widow that is still downcasted. Some of them, when you look at where they are living, you have to weep. Some of them don't even, where they are living, where they have their own shelter. You discover even on the shelter, when it is raining, water for rain comes into the room, rain comes into the house. Some of them even don't have good road to their houses. Some of them, when you look at them, you need to pity them. Some of them lives in the places where they don't even have electricity. They don't have lights. They live on just environment. They are exposed to danger. My brother, my sister that are watching or listening to me, I am only sharing the vision of what the Lord has sent us to do. You could be part of this mission. You could be part of this vision. Look at it, what it will take you to save a single widow. You don't know that what the Lord has placed in your hand is one thing that may look so small, but God will use it to change a life, and the generation is saved through you. Do you know, I remember in the scripture when Esau and Jacob was in the womb of their mother, the prophecy that came at that time was, that two nations is at war in you. And then they said to the mother, and they said, look, the younger one shall be greater than the senior one. Which means when you save a soul, you save a nation. When you save a widow to save the children, you have saved the world.
At the Rock of Ages Empowerment Foundation, we seek out widows and orphans that lack basic needs. We provide material, mental, and spiritual support for widows and orphans, organize seminars and workshops to empower widows and youths in their careers, and we disseminate skills.
Please, sisters, I want to volunteer myself here and help those that want to learn soap making, Vaseline, Izal, Dettol, dusting powder, jig, and shampoo. I believe that most of us have our business we are doing already, but we can still learn this one so that we help ourselves at home. Putting my Nutrasol, quarter kg in my 18 liters of water. Are you very clear?
Yeah. That too is the one you mix.
I didn't mix anything. It's just the powder. That one. Are you clear? Yeah. The next thing we will add our hexapon and sulfonic acid, 4 liters inside my 18 liters. Are you clear? So lastly,
you are not alone, 'cause he's always been with you. You are not alone, he's right there by your side. You are not alone, for he has a plan for you. You are not
about the reason why you are here, also as a volunteer teaching one or two projects.
I heard about the Widows Forum here, so I heard about the good things man of God is doing. So I said, let me come and volunteer myself, since I don't have money actually. So I explained to him that this is what I know. I know how to do Izal, Dettol, liquid soap. I told him about it. Instead of these women to be coming every day, collecting, let's not give somebody a fish. Let's teach that person how to catch a fish. That was why I told him. He said after the training, he's going to empower them. That was why I volunteered to train.
You are not alone, 'cause he's always been with you.
We support and partake in anti-HIV/AIDS campaign. We champion the rights of widows, organize public enlightenment campaign to create awareness of the living condition of widows in developing countries, and aid in finding solutions to the injustice and abuse faced by women. We also have the monthly Widows Interactive Session every first and last Saturday, the RAEF Widows Forum, where the widows meet to exchange ideas and share experiences. They also pray for Nigeria and the partners of the foundation.
So many of them, when I enter into their homes, I weep, I cry, because you wouldn't even believe that there are people who are living in such that kind of environment. And that is what this empowerment is all about. And the other way around, we have tried on our own, even providing medical attention, medical treatment to them. We discovered that after sometimes when we gather, we discovered that some few widows, they would tell us that one have died, the other one have died, and then we discovered what was actually the problem that led to this death and departure of these women, of these widows. We discovered it was, they say, stroke and BP, and leads to death. And then that thing led to us now to look for medical experts that will come every month to be scrutinizing and be checking their BP and providing free medical treatment to them. And this was what led to us to be taking care of their diabetes. Some of them that are diabetic, and some of them that have stroke, and then give them treatment on malaria and typhoid fever, which you know is a deadly and a serious issue. We can't do it alone. I can't do it alone. And that's why when the Lord made this vision, I know He has made a provision, and the provision could be in your hand. And that is why I am speaking to you at this very platform, asking you to make a move to change a widow's life. And that's why all about the Rock of Ages Empowerment Foundation. This year, 2013, we have had series of meetings and series of programs, even the recent International Widows Day. And October 1 again, we are looking forward for another program. And this program again, we are looking forward to give out, by the grace of God, 500 widows, 10,000 naira. If 10,000 naira for 500 widows is 5 million, it may look so big, but you have saved the whole world. 500 number of them could be a number the Lord even is waiting to use to change your life. 10,000 for 500 widows. The Lord has placed it in your hand, and I believe the Lord will use you to change one soul. Even if you don't have all to give us to change this life of these widows, there is still possible that you can make your own contribution. On the net, on any media where you watch this, we will celebrate you. Sometimes you see these widows gathered, we gather in fellowship and pray for all who have been donating to support the widows. It is the cry of their heart. Any day they receive these items, they celebrate you. You may not be there in person, but you have changed a life. You have changed a soul. You have delivered a generation of family. You may not be there, but the blessing will look for you.